Shalom, shalom. This brother Kapaya Yak with another lesson. I'd like to start off by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rikah Kodash, and double honor to the men of Great Millstone that is out there on the highway and byway, pushing the truth day in and day out. Also pushing the truth over the worldwide internet, reaching the elect to pull them out of a two-thirds state of mind, so that we can be beamed up onto a chair of salvation to live in the kingdom under King David and the supreme king, Yahweh Shah, which he has the title of command and authority and rulership over heaven and earth. Though title was given to Yahweh Shah by his father Yahweh. Also, I'm not a member of GMS, but I believe GMS has the 100% truth of the Bible, to the Akim and the Aqua, which are the men and women that are listening, learn to continue to pray for more faith, repent and fast, and keep the laws and commandments to the best of your ability. As it states in John 14:15, if ye love me, keep my commandment. Also Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandment, for this is the whole duty of man. I want to go into this particular video here, and as you can see, you can read on through this here about how, number one, our women hate their men. And also it goes in general, with Hispanics and, which is still our people, so-called Hispanic, so-called white. And, you might have an Asian in there once or twice in this video, where they go off and say, well, we don't need a man. And vice versa to that, you hear men saying that we need women. And the man that you see, well, most men are going to say, yes, we need women. We think logically, because we know, even a two-thirds know that, we need women, to procreate. We need women because they are, they are a great companion, companionship. Being in the truth, we know that a woman's supposed to be a helpmate and a pillar of rest. Because we dealing with the craziness of this earth, craziness in this world. Getting up, going to work, dealing with your boss, your co-worker, dealing with the traffic, dealing with bills, high gas prices, inflation, food. We got to deal with the world and come back home. We need our woman, to, take care of us. And that's not being weak or sorry or whatever. That's a woman's job. So we know that we need, woman, and if you can, go without, just like some brothers can, you might, get you, some woman of the night, or, pay for, woman from time to time. And you just, just don't want the hassle and the argument that come with it. It is what it is for some men. But some men, they don't want to go through all that. They really have a companion, a woman. But you have the weaker vessel that states that she don't need a man, period. All she need, and this crazy, she said, when you look at this video, all I need is just a sperm. Well, you need a man. See, in her mind, she thinking about sperm bank. Well, sperm bank need men to go in there and deposit their sperm. So either way you look at it, you still going to need men. But, women, not all, and don't, get your panties in a bunch. I'm not talking about all women. And, I kind of get tired of having to explain that or say that, if you understand the truth and you are doing right by how the Lord wants you to be as a woman, then this right here, this video shouldn't get on your nerve. And a lot of you women that are not in the truth that might come across this video, understand we go hard on men. You get what I'm saying? We just had a man from Sakari, call herself chief priest, guerrilla Hebrew. He was found out to, I don't want to say, it was put like this, homosexual tendencies. We'll say that, with a not with a man, but with a object, and his wife was pounding him out, and so a lot of brothers had went hard on him, no pun intended. But we get on men too, so don't get too harsh, angry, whatever. And if you do, just go to another video, point blank, period. You ain't gotta get turned up and get mad and leave a negative comment on something that's true, because these guys ain't making these women say it. They truly believe what they saying it. I mean, they truly believe what they thinking it, and they saying it. These are people that that are getting, these people here straight, they are getting these interviews off the street, and these here are their personal, idea about men and women. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this here all the way back, and like I said, you will see how much women pretty much don't like men, and it's the complete opposite when it come down to men liking women. And the point is going to be at the very last when you hear about Tommy Sotomayor video, because he was basically saying that women that come harsh down on men, they don't understand that there are certain men in the world that humble themselves, and for as what's the word I'm looking for? Well, let me say that there were laws created for women to be protected, and it came from a man. And if the man didn't create laws for you, you would still be the way the Heavenly Father wanted you to be, at home. And that's the way it's supposed to be, at home. Esau, he created the woman going, getting a career, because it's all about money for him. That's another tax, that's another tax bracket, that he can pull money from the woman now. But you women, y'all brought it on yourself, because y'all wanted to go and work and be like the man. The Heavenly Father created man and women. He wired us differently. He created man to be strong, to be tough, to deal with the wiles of the world. He created women just, to be soft, to be loving. He created the women not to be hard. He created a woman to be in comfort, right? Not the other way around. And a lot of women, they see being soft and being in comfort and being at home, they look at that as being where you are enslaving me, and that's not what it is. So you took the ways of Esau and you running with it, and you like the power that he's giving you, and like I said, here comes soon, that power is going to be taken away from you. Esau that's running this world, he's going to leave you. Let me go to this right here. Let me go to this first scripture here. I'm going to go back to the video after I read this here. Jeremiah, is it, let me see, 49 maybe? Let me find that. Just give me 1 second. I'm about to find it. Give me 1 second. So, this is y'all comfort zone right here, right? So, we're going to read this is Jeremiah 4 and 26. I beheld, and lo, the fruitful place was a wilderness. So Babylon, all these big major cities, when everything shut down, it's going to be like a wilderness. Grass going to grow up, business, like the business going to shut down, everything going to stop. People going to be in panic mode. There's going to be a lot of death. You're not going to have people to pick up paper and clean the city and, keep things moving, So it's just going to be terrible, right? So like the grass going to grow up through the concrete. Wilderness is going to come right back because man, since women say we don't need men, I don't see too many women out here doing city work, keeping the property up, doing concrete work, cleaning the streets. You normally see men doing that, right? So let's go back to it. And I beheld, and lo, the fruitful place was a wilderness, and all the cities there were broken down at the presence of the Lord, and by his furious anger. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of violence. Heavenly Father, he's putting a spirit in the earth right now, and his earth is getting more and more violent. 27. For thus has the Lord said, the whole land shall be desolate. Yet will I make a full end. For this shall the earth mourn, and the heaven above be black, because I have spoken it, I have purposed it, and will not repent, neither will I turn back from it. So he let you know that America, what you see standing, is all going to crumble down. And before those ICBM missiles come, like he gonna shut down your malls, all your places that you go for comfort. All that stuff is going to crumble. It's going to come to a complete halt. Before the missiles come, and it's going to be chaos in the streets. So this fruitful place is going to be a violent wilderness. So let's continue on. 29. The whole city shall flee from the noise of the horsemen and bowmen. It's going to be, like I said, violence in the street. People, with their guns. It's just going to be terrible. They shall go into thickets and climb up on the rocks. Every city shall be forsaken, and not a man dwell therein. So you're gonna have violence in the city. People are going to leave the city after everything is pretty much, taken. Stuff that they need: food, water, medicine, flashlights, batteries, whatever you can put your hands on. Once all this stuff is cleared out and people got what they need, because it's gonna be straight survival mode. And you ain't gonna, you ain't gonna want to stick around here in the city, and you got a group of militias, group of men together, unaliving and eating you, because when food run out, there's no, people gonna start eating each other, cannibalism. So, people are going to forsake the city. They're going to leave the city and go out there. And a lot of you farmers, they got cattle, they got corn, got, whatever that they can eat. They're going to come like grasshoppers and go on your land and, kill your cattle, eat up your crops, because everything in the city is all drunked up, all ate up. So they're gonna come and do the same thing out there in the fields, out there in the country. So, those curses. I mean, the wrath of the Lord, it's gonna come out there too, but it's gonna start in the city. Then it's gonna work. It's just gonna spread out. So It says here, verse 30, and talking about the woman, the haughtiness of the woman. Our women, for as, you know, going to Esau for help, believing in Esau, going against your man, or I don't need a man, because Esau, he had made rules for you, and he's protecting you. And women hate man so much. He set laws for you to be protected, but you still saying that you rather deal with a bear rather than man, and he's protecting you. I mean, his laws is protecting you. It's unjust. It's not balanced because his laws give women more power over men. And this man that I'm talking about that gave Eve and his own woman laws and every other woman, heathen woman, he set those up uh, to put men in jail or to put them on child support or whatever. Man always get the bad end of the stick, and it's set up that way purposely. So, verse 30, and when thou art spoiled, our women, are spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornament of gold, and though thou rentest thy face with painting, in vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lover, which is Esau, will despise thee. He will hate you. They will seek thy life. So when everything shut down and he see your men that you say that that you don't need, or that you hate the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American man, and Esau see us out there not committing a crime, preaching this word, preaching the downfall of Babylon, and when he's taken out of power, he's going to be mad. He's not going to just sit back and say, well, we just going to get your man. No, when he's out of power, he's going to get you and the man, because he really want to extinct the so-called blacks right up top more than any other nation. So he really want to do away with us because he have that perpetual hatred. He loved to shed the blood of the children of Israel, and like I said, especially you Jace. That's number one. That's number one. So why a lot of you women holding on, to the white man laws and I'm a lot of women having in their mind that they will deal with a man for a certain amount of time and he got a good job. It's one discussion that I heard. Malcolm was talk where Malcolm out of Chicago wasn't talking about it, but Murph was talking about it. This man, a doctor, fairly young, maybe about 38, whatever, and got married, to a Eve, and she stayed with him, for a little bit, and then, got a child. Then she decided that, she tired, she wanted to move on, and she wanted to pretty much put him on child support, pretty much. And the judge ordered her $16,000 a month. It don't take $16,000 to raise no child. Hell, the average man don't make $16,000 a month. The average working man. So what? So like I said, this society is and Esau set it up, to uplift the woman over the man. That's a prime example right there. Child support. And about 99% of men are on it way more than women. Way more than women. But you don't need a man. Alimony, but you don't need a man. All this you know. So let me just play this video. Sorry for the long rant. So let me just play this video right quick.
Favorite thing about black men?
Nothing. Black men suck.
What you
They're bad. They cheat. They don't care. I'm with the white boys.
favorite thing about black men?
Nothing.
I said that.
I don't like black men. Not very many meet my standard.
What's your favorite thing about black men?
Nothing. They're just terrible.
And you see that this from our own women. They the weaker vessel. Nothing. But when, you know, you need somebody to get you out of a second story window, and there's a bunch of guys, so-called black guys, out there, and they looking at you, you know, to come out there, burn the house, and you expecting them to get together to catch you, and if they don't, guess what you're gonna do? You know, well, not the woman that's trying to get out the second story, you know, apartment, but it's gonna be a lot of women that they're gonna be mad at the guys, like, why you didn't do anything? But you know, you have been telling her that you don't need her. So, but when shit happens, oh, we got to go do something, and forget about what you just said, or what a lot of women have said. We don't need you. You know, you just only good for this and that's that. You know, or just like the brick lady here in Houston. You know, and she did it herself. You know, and lied and said that it was a bunch of guys and they didn't do anything. But you know, she's one of the main women that advocate we don't need men. We can do it all by ourselves. You see a woman in the street getting beat up by another man or whatever, or it can be two women who normally goes and break it up all the time. Another man. I guarantee you, if there's if some of these women had a deranged husband, a crazy husband or whatever, and he wanted, you know, to shoot her and, you know, try to unalive her, most women are going to want men to come, because women know naturally that they can't handle a man, so they rather have a male, you know, police officer rather than two female police officers. I guarantee you that. They'd rather have one male police officer to come get this guy away from her rather than two female police officers. So let me just, you know, just play this here.
And I'm extremely independent. I've been living alone since I was 22 years old. I'm college educated. I have a career in corporate America. I have a very healthy income. I'm able to provide everything that I want for myself. I have no debt, and I live in a very high cost of living area. And I do this all by myself with ease. I take care of myself. These, by virtue, would peg me as the stereotypical black woman, except for the fact that I'm not obese, because that is what these crazy black men try to say is black women are undesirable, they're obese, they don't take care of themselves, they have nasty attitudes, which I have a bad...
She said that she's single and she don't mind being by herself, blase, blase. You know, she said a lot in that. See, but the women of old, and I always say the old way is the best way. Women of old, it was a shame for them not to have a man or a child. And this example right here, Rachel wanted a baby. These career women today, they want a career first and then baby down the line. But your chances of getting a child is going to be very slim the older you get. You know, it's just like a man sexual drive starts out very early, but as he continues living, his sex drive, you know, kind of dies down when he get around 35. You know, and like I said, it's a time period for everything. But see, but the deal is for a man, he can still have a child all the way up till he die. But his sex drive going to, decline, but he still can produce a child. But a woman, that's why it's good for you to have your children early. Have your children early because, the chances of you having a child is great real young. Don't wait till you get in your late 30s and 40s. Now you want to go ahead and do something. It's going to be hard on you. And it have been proven. Now, there are some women that have, had children in their 40s, 50s, and there have been some that had in the 60s, but it declined tremendously after the 40s, tremendously. So don't bank on, well, I still can have a child in my 40s. You probably end up having a bunch of miscarriages. So women back in the ancient day, they push husband and children. In this case, Rachel made Jacob upset because she envied her sister and she couldn't have any children. It says Genesis 30:1, and when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children, Rachel and envied her sister and said unto Jacob, give me children or else I die. Verse 2, and Jacob anger was kindled against Rachel, and he said, am I in Yahweh's stead, who have withheld from thee the fruit of thy womb? So the deal is, women push marriage, for getting a husband, then children. Those two things was the highlight of their life. But you tell a woman that this day and time, well, I ain't nobody's slave, And then as you continue on, women back then grab hold to other women, to give to their husband. There's proof right here in verse 3 that man can have another woman. And she said, behold, my maid Bella, go in unto her, and she shall bear up my knees, that I may also have children by her. So there you go. But the women today, like I said, strong, black, independent, black woman, and then with the bad attitude. Let's continue on.
Badass attitude as well. So
loving themselves, we need to go to therapy. We need to leave these bum bottas on the street and get us some real men. Women, we don't need no men to tell us what to do. Because guess what? I'm not trying to be nasty, y'all. I want you to listen.
See, and that's the problem. These women don't want men to tell them what to do. Genesis 3:16, a woman desire is her husband, and he shall rule over her. Somebody ruling over you, guess what? You're going to obey that person. And also, what is it? I think it's Ecclesiastes 30. Let's go there. I think it's 36 and 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. So when somebody possesses you, they own you. So you have to do what that person tell you to do. And it's not anything pertaining to slavery. A lot of women need to get that out of your head. It's not like you can't say anything and it makes sense and he's not going to go with it. You are a help like unto him. But he has the last word. That's pretty much what it's saying. But women, they don't want to be told what to do. She just said it.
A woman always can make money because she got a bank right between her legs and you can deposit. We don't need no man to tell us how to get money. We can get money. So we need to stop messing with these listening to.
See, and Heavenly Father, he knows what type of woman this is right here. Ecclesiastes, what is it, 26? And, let's see, 20. Oh, yeah, well, yeah. She is a shameless woman. Ecclesiastes 26 and 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. That's her. A harlot, too. But I'm going to go to this one here. Ecclesiastes 26 and 12. She opened her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he had found a fountain. When you walking or you just coming in off the road or whatever, and you thirsty, and whatever fountain you see, you going to go to it, and you going to open your mouth and drink of that water to come out that fountain, right? Well, that's the way this particular woman right here is. She said, we don't need to listen to no man. And if we want some money, all we got to do is just open our mouth or spread our legs. That's pretty much like a thirsty traveler. When he had found a fountain, and drink of every water near her, but by every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. A quiver is like, have you seen, like, it's like a bag, that stores arrows, like, let's say, like Robin Hood, he had a quiver that it's like a sling that go across his shoulder, but it's a bag on that sling that you can put arrows in. So it pretty much, you have to have a mindset of what I'm reading. Let me read it again, the last part of it. By every hedge, she will sit down. She's sitting down on the hedge and open her quiver, open her, and open her quiver against every arrow. So she's sitting down on the edge, she's spreading her legs, and she opened up that quiver, that opening between her legs for them arrows, for multiple arrows to come in. Because she said that we know how to make money. All we got to do is just, use what we got. And that's pretty much what she's saying. She prostituting herself, and that's one occupation that's going to come back 144%. When everything shut down, there's going to be a lot of women selling that hot box, and a lot of the hot box ain't going to be good. It's going to be loose. It ain't going to be tight. I'm telling you, it ain't going to be tight.
To these men trying to tell us how to run our lives. Because guess what? I'm a money maker and I know how to shake it, okay? By myself.
Shit, you must be out of your mind.
Why do so many women today say they don't need a man?
Because we're independent as hell.
If a man has friends, doesn't want kids, hires a maid and hires a prostitute, why would a man need a woman?
What?
Just that part alone, when she said we're independent as hell. A woman not supposed to be independent as hell. The Bible tell you in Ecclesiastes 26. Go back to that 26 and 25. Ecclesiastes 25 and 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gag abroad. Let me go to another one. You probably have a hold on her, just like a father have a hold on her, on his daughter. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. It says here, 26 and 10. Ecclesiastes 26 and 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly. So if you got a daughter, she's quiet, She do what you tell her to do. She's innocent. You know, she's so innocent. She never heard a curse word in her entire life. She's so innocent. She don't know any type of sexual lyrics. Her mother and father don't even put that in the house. She just that innocent, right? So you supposed to keep her in straightly, because you don't want her to be no whore, because your daughter, that's a terrible feeling to see your daughter, getting run through, seeing her on tape, or she at some type of club, stripping, showing off her body. Father don't want that. So it says this here, I'll read it over again. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straightly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And that overmuch liberty is abusing to a woman. Having all that freedom, or that independent. I'm independent. I don't need no man. This and that. I can do without a man. All she gonna do is just abuse herself. When they come down to it, she's going to abuse herself. Verse 11, watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against you. So, that's in a woman nature, when she, starting to like boys and stuff like that, and she, that's just nature, But you have to watch over her, and if she, slip up and trespass against you, when you tell her, hey, I don't want you dating that boy, or I saw you kiss him, and I told you I don't want you kissing or dating boys right now. It just, young men and young women, once they, get that urge, they're going to do what's come naturally. But for the woman, you have to keep an eye on her. As it says, the father stay up all night, keep an eye over his daughter. And something like, hold on. And people might say, well, that's a double standard. Well, hey, Esau giving you more rights than us. That's a double standard. A woman can call the police on a man, and he's up the creek. A man call the police, they got to ask questions. That's a double standard. So, when a father is protecting his baby girl from getting pregnant at an early age, and or going out there and embarrassing the family, or getting pregnant, she's coming home with the baby. She's not going home with the boy. She coming home with the baby. So that's why, fathers protect their daughters, a little bit more than their son. Come on, where you at? I'm about to find it. Hold on, give me 1 second. The father watches over his daughter, King James Version. Ecclesiasticus 42:9. So like it. So the father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care for her take away sleep. So he's up making sure that she don't do anything stupid by trying to be hot and go out there and deal with some guy that he know nothing about because she's not supposed to be dating, you know. Says here, when she is young, least she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, least she should be hated. So, you know, she go out there and get pregnant, and it wasn't the guy that, you know, he wanted her daughter to be with, because he probably had her plan for someone else. See, father picked the daughters, you know. That's how much control fathers had over their daughters. And also they did, you know, some of the sons like that too. So let me just go back to this here.
Shit. He could learn one or two things from a woman.
Like what?
Love. Yeah. Love.
Okay. Do you think that men are incapable of love without a woman teaching them?
No.
Why do women think they're the ones who should define love and emotions?
Because we're more passionate, right? Yeah. We're more passionate.
Where's the evidence of that?
We burst. We burst.
Okay.
You need men.
Yes and no.
No.
So why yes and why no for you? And then I'll ask you why you said no.
Well, because in today's society, sometimes you don't need the male to have a baby anymore.
Yeah.
That's why I would say yes
It's not like a moral thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm like we can exist without men only because new research has been discovered of making egg into sperm, so we can reproduce.
Did y'all just hear what she said? She said that we can exist without men. All we gotta do is just get the egg from the sperm. I mean, you know, just get the egg and get the sperm and you know, put it together. But where you gonna get the sperm from? If you said that we can exist without men, where you gonna get the sperm from? See, a lot of these women, they ain't thinking, because they have a special hate for men, because some guy did them wrong. Like I said, there's some asshole men out there. Don't get me wrong, but this is part of life. Women, you going to get listen. Let me say something. If the laws wasn't so harsh on men, for as, you know, losing out on everything if you get married, because we know sex is marriage, but in this situation, men do not want to marry women in here in Babylon, because it's not fair for men. We lose, half our stuff is gone, or all our stuff is gone, and all because the Heavenly Father wired man to deal with multiple women. So if we deal with multiple women, we lose out on everything. So especially if you're married, normally, all the time when you are married. So that's why guys, they do not push marriage. Women, they push marriage, and they have a reason for it, because they see you got money. Yeah, they'll push marriage, and if they don't like being with you anymore, or they found you with another woman, whatever, it's an easy route for them to get out and take half your stuff, or take all your stuff, put you on child support, or California be on, you know, alimony, or whatever, spousal support, whatever. It all goes to the woman, you know. So if they didn't put harsh laws on men for dealing with other women, your relationship with that man probably would have lasted a long time. And also, if women was raised up in a society where they saw their daddy with 2 or 3 women in the house, they wouldn't be complaining. It just going under Esau, the so-called white man. He's contrary against the Bible, and he wants to depopulate. He don't want a man having 5, 6 wives and having, you know, 5, 6 babies within 8 months, because we outpopulate him. So he'll come up with some more craftily plan to satisfy the woman, to put her up, on top. If he go and deal with another woman, then you get all that he got. So, but anyway, let's go back.
Men. So it's not like a moral thing. It's more of like a like if men just died right now, could we survive? Yes, because of the new research that they're doing.
This man right here is broke. He's broke. Look at him. Look at him. Broke.
I'm gonna take you home. I'm gonna take you back home. I'm gonna take you back home. Get yourself some cup noodles.
You want to take me home?
Yeah,
I look like.
So he said that he's broke. You're going to listen to the type of car he got. But he's broke, but he had to put gas in that car. Or, he had to go, it's a Tesla. He had to go charge it up. That's a fee. He paying monthly notes. That's a fee. And he came across town or wherever or out of town to come pick you up. And then going to take you out on a little coffee date because it was their first meeting. But he's broke. See, a lot of these women, they expect you to give them not all of them again, but women like this woman right here expect you to give her a full course meal and, show her around town and all this and that. And you're not offering to give him what he wants. He giving you what you want. You getting a full belly to a expensive restaurant that you want to go to. He show up smelling good, looking good, in a nice car that you not embarrassed to get in. But at the end of the day, are you going to return that service? Are you going to give him what he wants? Because that's really what he wants between your legs. But women ain't going to do that. They expect you to go all the way out and wine and dine them. And then there's a chance that she probably won't even give you a second date. She might see somebody else and then put you in the friend zone. That can happen. And you don't spend, $200 or whatever. $300 or whatever, trying to impress this girl, and she on with the next. So men, we take chance. Why? Because men love women. But we dealing with a generation of women telling us that we don't need men.
Like this, in your car right now, and you want to take me home. You sure about that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you can get any other day, right? Just like you said, you can get any dude to come and pay for your meal and take you out one night, right? You can get that at any time, right?
So now we're not going on the date because you don't want to pay more than Starbucks.
Oh, it's not that. Money's no option.
So if money's no option, then why aren't we going on the date?
He's broke, but he's driving a Tesla. He's broke, but you're asking him to spend money. And a lot of men, hey, you got to have that same attitude. Like that man, okay, well, since you're going to, try to embarrass me or you're going to put the camera in my face saying I'm broke. And, best thing you can do, man, is take her back home. Don't call her. Leave her alone. Just take her back home. That's all. And you see that she was trying to belittle him some more to get him to change his mind because she really didn't want to go back home. She knows she done fucked up. She finna go home and face some embarrassment, whoever she lived with, because she got to make up a lie and try to make it seem like that he was the issue. No, you the issue by calling him broke. But anyway, let's continue. He's broke though. Is that what you said? He's broke, but you in his car though. You in his car. He's driving you to get something at Starbucks. But he's broke.
Be stuck in the woods with a random man or a random bear?
I think a bear because they're so cute. No, seriously, it's because bears are cute. I just don't see a reason being stuck in love with a random man.
You do realize these aren't koala bears. They're not cute panda bears.
Is it a sloth bear?
It could be a... grizzly bear.
But grizzly bears are cute. Why friend-shaped if not friends?
Let me ask you this question. I'm going to agree with you that most grizzly bears are cuter than most men. Would you say that? Yeah. But if you went over and patted a random man on the head or a random grizzly bear on the head, which one do you think would be more likely to kill you?
Well, obviously a bear.
Oh, well, obviously a bear. So now which one would you rather be trapped with in the forest again?
A bear.
Oh, okay.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, sometimes you just have to laugh at some of these women, you know, thinking, for real. You know, if she went out in the woods and the bear came across her running 30 miles per hour, she'll be screaming for these two guys to come save her. But, again, the topic of this lesson, women said they don't need a man until shit happens.
Men need women?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Do women need men?
No, absolutely not.
What would society be like without men?
See, men, we say women, we need you, we want you. Women, not all. Some women says that they don't. So check this out.
I think the great men stay, the trash men go. Where's the trash man? Take them out.
What percentage of men are good and what percentage are trash?
10% are good.
Yeah.
90 of them are trash.
Yeah.
What would society be like without women?
Absolutely terrible.
What do you think feminism has done to modern day women?
I think modern day feminism is just an absolute disgrace. I think it's become a political weapon to push the narrative that women are inferior to men and women are not valued in society and women need to fight and be almost super aggressive towards men is completely wrong because women are probably one of the most valuable things in society.
And feminism tells women that men don't believe they're valuable.
Feminism tells women that men don't value them as a whole, but I think feminism makes women feel like they're not valuable to themselves, and I think that's the worst message that you could instill in the younger generation. Do we need men?
No.
Do we need men?
Honestly, no.
Do we need men?
Now check this out.
Why?
Because they suck.
Do we need men?
Now, let me just take this back just a little bit. Hope I didn't, let me take it all the way back. Now, she just said that, do we need men? And she said no, right? But just check this out. I'm going to pause it.
Men?
You got the military that protect who? Men and women, right? And it's 85% men, right? Why isn't it half and half? Okay, let's go to the next one. Construction. All your nice, furbished apartment, homes, malls, beauty salon, sports arena, so that you can go to your WNBA, watch your classmate or whoever at the game, or go to the NFL or NBA sports arenas and stuff like concerts. 98%, 98.5 is who? Men. And what, 2.5% are women. And it probably those women that's going out to get food and bringing it back to the construction workers, the other 2%, But anyway, let's go to the next. 92.1% are male firefighters, and roughly 7.9 is women. Small amount, and what you're seeing, these different aspects of life that is very important are done by men. See, women take man for granted because they go by their emotions And when they go by their emotion, they don't think about nobody else but them. And you got simps, all they want is the hot box, and they'll tell them what they want to hear. You know, singers, they'll tell the women what they want to hear. You know, they pamper these women, and then, you know, when it come down to common sense, something that you should say, yes, we need men, they say no. And they think that they can do it all by themselves because everything is laid out for you. If we start all over from scratch and have women to the right and have men to the left, you'll see the difference. And they did a little study on that, and women failed. Look, pilots, 90%, 9.1% are women. You know, to take you on all your trips and stuff to Dubai and Mexico and California, New York, London, the UK, because women love taking trips. You know, those ships. Oh yeah, men build them ships to take your ass to Cozumel. You know, or ships to go out there in the ocean to eat that abominable food that you eat, you know, shrimp, you know, that women love to eat, lobster. Farmers, here you go, 82.2% men. It's more men that make the world go around than women. If women didn't need men, it would be hell on you women. If there was no man on the earth, it would be, what, 21.8% of farmers. It would be, what, 9 point something pilots. You know, it would be, what, 15% of a military. Landscaping, all your, you know, your sidewalks, you know, your highways, you know, just, you know, making parks, making parking lots, you know, just, you know, surveying the land to build on. It's done by men, 90% done by men. It's so much of men doing all the work, but we get belittled. The system are run by wicked, unjust men that make laws, but they put the weaker vessel over the stronger vessel. They put the woman over the man, and the man doing all the work to make the world go around. And this system that is for the women got these women thinking that you don't need a man. Yes, you do. You see it right now. Carpenters, 99%. And also what, mechanics. You got more men mechanics than you do women, and women love these nice cars, and then they get pissed off when they got to go pay damn near $350 for an oil change. Yeah, if you had a man, he could have changed your oil, could went to AutoZone, whatever, and changed your oil cheaper than $130 or more. You had a man, he could fix on your car, and you wouldn't have to go to the mechanic and spend all that money. You know, if you had a man that knew how to do carpentry, you know, he could have, you know, fixed whatever in your house, and you kept the money in your pocket. But no, you don't need a man. Inventions, 79%, 79.5%, still way more than women. Let's take all the men inventions and take them all away, and just, you know, bring on all the inventions of the women. Listen, this world will be a totally different than what it is right now. It will be a major change. Major change. If everything went complete opposite of what you just saw, it'll be a major change. And here's your protection right here. 83%, and I see a police officer right there to my left, no more than about 40 yards. 83.2%. But you don't need a man. But you call the police on a man because this man about to whoop your ass. So you hoping and praying that it's another man coming. So it's more men in the police uniform than there's woman. Like I said, let's switch it over. Let's say it was 17% or 16.8% of police officers, and you needed something handled. It's gonna be bad. You ain't gonna have enough women to come to your safety. They're gonna be spread out thin, like fishermen. All your crab legs, snow crab, shrimp, mussels. People eat that. All your sea roaches that women love so dearly. And who get them out for you? Like I said, 91%, 91.2% men do this for your comfort, for your pleasure. Everything is done by men. Just like James Brown said, it's a man world. It truly is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing if it wasn't, for a woman, because we need woman for creation, compassion, helpmate, and like I said, that's pretty much it. A woman need a man for what? Protection, be a provider, food, shelter, clean water, all that. But men get looked at less than. And hold on, let me roughneck. I think it's roughneck. That's men in the oil field. Let me see. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, roughneck. Come on. %96.8%, and you need oil for a whole lot of stuff. So there you go. It's a small group of women in all sectors of life. Small group of women and all of these different job descriptions. Most of them are ran by men. Man would make the world go around. Man would make you women be at pleasure at what you got. Man does it. He create rules to protect you from wicked evil men, and he uplifted you. Jeremiah 31:22. There'll be a new thing in the earth. A woman shall surpass a man. A woman being a judge. A woman being a lawyer. A woman being in the military. A woman, a police officer. Pretty much a woman working. Right along with men. See, and see, the Heavenly Father, He didn't permit women to work right along with men. Especially, now with a husband, that's different. You out there in the field, y'all, picking fruits or corn or whatever. She's your helpmate, but she's not supposed to be working with other men, because that bring in adultery. When a woman away from her man, her husband, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day, and she with him more than she with her husband, that's her home away husband after a while, because something gonna happen. Maybe not with this particular guy. Might be another guy. Who knows? Women see attraction just like men see attraction. You know, men and women are attracted to each other. And if a woman sees something different about this man, she gonna get curious. So now we're gonna hear what Tommy Sotomayor say, and he's right on point. So I'm not gonna make this here. I'm not gonna let it last no longer, but been long enough. So check this out.
Video. Literally within seconds, it went back. They were wearing burgers because there was no protection from the men. Right now, if men didn't protect women, y'all could walk out in this street and get raped. No one could stop it. Who's gonna stop it? Men keep other men in check. That's why it's sad that women talk so low to men when literally women wouldn't have anything if men decided we're not going to give it to you. Damn. And allow men lower themselves to raise women up. Because if a man decided that he wanted to just continue to oppress you, what could you do to stop it? If men collectively said, we're going to continue to rape women, we're going to continue to keep women in the house and barefoot and pregnant, what could women do to stop it? Nothing. Thank you, dear. So men should be looked at a lot better than they are because we're looked at as horrible people, and within seconds it went back. They were wearing burgers because there was no protection from the men. Right now, if men didn't protect women, y'all could walk out in this street and get raped. No one can stop it. Who's going to stop it? Men keep other men in check. That's why it's sad that women talk so low to men when literally women wouldn't have anything if men decided we're not going to give it to you. Damn. And allow men lower themselves to raise women up. Because if a man decided that he wanted to just continue to oppress you, what could you do to stop it? If men collectively said, we're going to continue to rape women, we're going to continue to keep women in the house and barefoot and pregnant, what could women do to stop it? Nothing. Thank you, dear. So men should be looked at a lot better than they are. Literally within seconds, it went back. They were wearing burgers because there was no protection from the men. Right now, if men didn't protect women, y'all could walk out in this street and get raped. No one can stop it. Who's going to stop it? Men keep other men in check. That's why it's sad that women talk so low to men when literally women wouldn't have anything if men decided we're not going to give it to you. Damn. And allow men lower themselves to raise women up. Because if a man decided that he wanted to just continue to oppress you, what could you do to stop it? If men collectively said, we're going to continue to rape women, we're going to continue to keep women in the house and barefoot and pregnant, what could women do to stop it? Nothing. Thank you, dear. So men should be looked at a lot better than they are because we're looked at as horrible people and we're literally protecting and building society. I have never seen an away crowd to a man give a standing ovation.
Now, he made a stunning good point, and a lot of women hate this man. But listen, those women, they had fear in their eyes. And they knew that he was telling the truth. They knew it. But it seemed like sometimes they forget who's running things because Esau have given them the power to say what they want to say, do what they want to do, get these jobs and fly all over the earth and thinking that that's something big. When a woman say that she been to Dubai and China and all this, or Africa, or somewhere way across the world or whatever, they think that's big stuff. They think that, I don't need a man. I can do all this by myself. It's something exciting for a woman to do. And it's big for her because she feel that, situation like this here, you supposed to have a husband with you and all this and that, But what Tommy Sotomayor was saying that if men didn't give women laws, give men laws, give women laws to protect her, and they say that everything was a free for all, women is equal as men, strong like men, whatever. And if a man decide to get at a woman and grape her, that's what he meant to say earlier, grape her, and there was no laws to protect her, or no man then come and save her, there's nothing she can do about it. Nothing she can do about it. So a lot of women need to understand that men have given you rights. As he said, men have humbled themselves down to give you laws, to lift you up, to protect you, from other men. Because if they didn't give you no rights, and men looked at you like another man, and you were talking shit, and some man came and grape you, you just be out there on your own. So, and here come time soon, that's going to happen again. So let's go to Isaiah 13. Give me 1 second. I don't know why, this is gonna be a long one. See, right now, and here come time soon, since you said that you don't need a man gonna be more precious than gold. Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. See, let's go to I think it's 3, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no. 30, I said 32. A man shall be as a hidden place from the wind. That represent destruction. A covered from the tempest. The cover going to be is like a bomb shelter, or whatever, keeping you from destruction. Or in this case, from the violence that's going to be going on. That man, he's going to be your protector. As river of water in a dry place. So, that man going to be your thirst in a dry place. Because when you quench that thirst, you feel a whole lot better, right? As the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. You out there in the hot sun, and there's no trees, no nothing for long ways, and then you come across a big rock, and you can get behind that rock to get that sun off of you, so that you can, keep that hot sun from baking your body, your hands, your feet, your face, that little shade can cool you off if a cool wind come through there. So men are going to be like what the Bible says during the time of Jacob trouble. Man going to be your protection more than you ever know. Because a lot of y'all have that little hate, but when Jacob trouble kick in, when shit hit the fan, then that's when you're gonna forget about saying that we don't need man. You're gonna run and scream to a man. Your natural instinct is gonna be, where can I find a man? It ain't gonna be, when you got all this freedom and nothing happening. Don't need them. Let's go to, give me 1 second. Now what, Tommy Sotomayor was saying about, now, there's laws that protecting you from getting raped. But in Jacob trouble, police going to be down. Everything is going to be, cut off. The grid going to be, gone. The city, your town going to be a wilderness. Everybody going to flee somewhere and hide due to the violence, because of a lack of food and water. And people are going to go bonkers. And guess what? There's going to be a lot of sexually deprived men out there that are going to have their way with you. And they ain't going to care about your kids screaming. They're going to do it right there in front of your kids. They're going to unalive your husband, and they're going to have your way And if you got an older daughter, of age, and well, let me bag that back because law is going to be done away with. The law is going to be done away with. So if you have a female daughter, doesn't matter what age, they're going to, keep her, enslave her, and also grape her, just like the mama. Times are going to get bad. Now, what I just said sound harsh, but it's a lot of truth. There's a lot of truth to that. So that's why you got to be, you got to be protected by Yahweh Bashim and Shai. Get in this truth, get this understanding. Quit turning your shoulder, turning your head, and walking away, and changing video, changing channel. But if you do, that's fine. But when it do happen, you can't say you have not been warned. So it said Isaiah 13 and 16, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives, there you go, ravished. You can look that up. You already, you know what it is. For some people that don't know what it is, look it up. Your children going to be destroyed. Your house is going to be, the house that you love so much, that you decorated so well, that you used to, show your friends off. It's going to be spoiled. It's going to be destroyed. It's going to be, it's not going to belong to you anymore. It's going to belong to whoever come in that house after the first guy leave out of there. You there, the first guy come in, it belonged to him. When he leave, the second guy come in, it belonged to him. Your house is going to be like an open house. Anybody can come in. It ain't going to be yours no more. And the wife, like I said, in most cases, they're going to unalive the husband. So he going to be in a better situation than you. He going to be back in the spirit world while you getting ran through. And sold for water and little pieces of bread and food. Or they're going to rent you out. This be my last one. Give me 1 second. Zechariah, Salakia 14:1. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. So you women, you're going to be used as let's make a deal. Pretty much. You're going to be, divided. You're going to be used and abused. You're going to be sold, like I said, for just, some water and a little bit of piece of bread. So it says here, verse 2, for I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, the houses rifled, and the woman ravished. And half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. But the point is, if you don't have the protection of Yahweh Bashim and Shai, you're going to be ravished. That's what it is. And even if you are in the truth and you're not taking this here wholeheartedly, guess what? You're going to be ravished. But if you in this truth and you believe what's about to happen, and you faithful to your man, you subjective to your man, you praying, you teaching your children the name of Yahweh Bashim Shai, and you following your man the way the Lord wants the woman to follow her man, then he's going to protect you. And you have to believe that. You have to believe that. You can't be one of these women saying that I don't need a man. If any woman say I don't need a man, you are automatically 2/3. Point blank, period. Because you don't have no head, no covering. You're going to be destroyed. You're going to be destroyed. Well, I'm going to end it right there. Hopefully this here was edifying. And so like I'm trying to get it back over here. And hopefully, you know, you got something out of it. And I'll see you on next video. Shalom.